Boys and girls, was it ever in any doubt? Of course we survived. Of course we won a playoff. And of course we get to do a full season with East Fife. And you know what that means? If we get a full season in, we're going to get all the seasons in. And it's now only a matter of time. The clock is ticking. It's only a matter of time until East Fife win the Champions League. Place your bets now about how long it's going to take for us to do that. And this is the first step. This is the first stage of the rebuild. We have the summer transfer window, which I don't think is necessarily a thing in Scotland. It seems you can do transfers pretty much whenever, including playing trialists in matches. But we're still going to go through the motions of doing a summer transfer window because I love it. So let's completely rebuild the entire squad. I have checked the rules, and I know a lot of you tried to tell me this last night, but we were rushing to get through those playoffs. But our match day squad can have up to 2 trialists in, and a trialist can play up to 3 matches. And trialists can play in matches between the 1st of July and the end of March. So throughout the entire season, we can at any one time have 2 trialists in the team. So we can just have a constant flow of 3 players who are too good for us just passing through the squad, which seems bananas, but it's the rules in Scotland, apparently. And you know me, I like to abuse a rule. That aside, it doesn't look like there's much else in the way of rules. We do have a minimum amount of money we have to pay full-time players. However, we're a semi-pro club, so full-time doesn't matter. So I don't think we have a minimum salary. Loans, there is a limit on loans. I can't remember where I saw it. Maximum of 5 domestic-based loans, maximum of 1 loan allowed from a team in the same division, maximum of 3 loan players allowed on loan from a team in a different division at any one time. Emergency goalkeepers can be signed at any time during the season if no first-team goalkeepers are available. Under 23 players may be allowed to play, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so basically we can do whatever we want, which is awesome. Money-wise, obviously we're not going to spend any money on transfer fees, so that all goes into wage budget. So our current committed spending is just under 3.5k a week. We've got nearly 6k available. There are a lot of players who are out of contract this summer. If we clear the squad and have a look at who we've actually got out of contract, it's everyone highlighted there. And I'm not mega excited about any of them staying, to be honest. I can probably cope with every one of them leaving. It's the really slow fullbacks, the old men, the loney. Get them all gone, and this is what we're left with. Still quite a lot of players, to be honest. Although some of these are quite a lot of these, probably half of these are youth contracts. But if we have a look at the squad planner for the coming season, I mean, our best player, Stone Cold Nathan Austin. I mean, we've got to give him that nickname, haven't we? So we also need to change his squad number at some point, but he's our best player by a million miles. Apparently he's not. Apparently this guy's our best player. He's leaving. We don't care about him. He's nothing to me. Absolutely nothing to me. But yeah, I think we're kind of just going to hit continue a few times. I'm not interested in renewing any contracts, really. So let's get through to the... Is it the 1st of July or the 1st of June in Scotland? When do contracts expire? 1st of June. Right. That is going to take some getting used to. Free transfer day is the 1st of June, not the 1st of July. We've avoided a tax hit by being pathetic, but we do have 7 new sponsorship deals. We're in the money. Right, well, I mean, look at that scouting budget. Have you ever, in all my years playing Football Manager, I don't know that I've ever seen a scouting budget that low. Stone Cold Nathan Austin has been called up by Barbados. Lovely old stuff. So he's going to have a fun summer. Right, it is the 1st of June. So this, in this crazy north of the wall world, is free transfer day. Even though the transfer window doesn't open for 2 more weeks and our recruitment meeting is 3 weeks away. We're in topsy-turvy land. This is madness. It does also make me think that when I'm managing deep in non-league in England, I should probably have a look on the 1st of June for all the players released in Scotland. I think I've been missing a trick all this time. So, I mean, we're pretty good throughout. I mean, we've got 1 star at right back. So we're... how? When these two are both 3-star players, it's because I want them to play as wing-backs and neither of them can, isn't it? That's exactly what it is. Right, let's get the free transfers in. Right, let's have a look at what we've got. Oh, is this a real goalkeeper? I'd love to have a real boy in goal. He's 5'11" and entirely hairless. And only 20. Does that qualify as a real goalkeeper? There's no way either of these guys are the age that they're telling me. There's no way he's 20. There's no way he's only 27. I would like to think I look younger than that man. Right, centre-backs then. Old man, get out of here, old Paul. Look, he thinks if he smiles like that, I won't realise how old he is. Get lost. Check my highest paid player. Yeah, I mean, these salaries are fine. We'd take a 28-year-old if he was 6'1" and wearing a tracksuit with a beard. He was playing in League One last year. Yeah, this feels like the kind of player we should be signing. Might be expensive. Yeah, see. Quite expensive. You're not having a promotion wage rise. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be the stream tonight, boys and girls. We have to be this pedantic with negotiations when we're working on shoestring budgets. I know some of you get frustrated when I just throw the big money around. This is the alternative. You asked for this, those of you who wanted lower league. We have to be really, like, every penny counts in this budget. I'd rather have the 25-year-old than the 29-year-old. We'll go for Ben Sterling as well. Off of Edinburgh. So take that out. Take that out. 1, 2, 3, 4. See how much their wages go up when they hit their mid-20s. Because they feel like they should have a living wage. Be able to feed their kids. It's pathetic. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Got to be a little bit careful here as well, because we're giving out a lot of 2-year contracts. So these lot have got to be good. If we get promoted this year, we are not going to want to have a load of 2-year contracts knocking around the place. There you go. Hanratty's in. With League One potential. That's the kind of player we want. Beautiful. The YouTube comments are going to be furious, because with these kind of players coming in, we're already drifting towards a 4-2-3-1. Ooh. Ooh. Are we training a 4-2-3-1? Because we should be. Let's kill this because we're signing wide players. Right, we didn't get the goalkeeper. Again, we're not going to worry too much. Well, 1st of July, we're going to be offering a load of players released in England because they all count as homegrown UK. So we're not going to do more trials until the 1st of July. We'll just do this 1 round in Scotland and then try and sign some players released in England. But we're getting a few in, and that's important. See, he's 18 years old. Potential championship standard. Don't need too many of these, boys and girls. Scottish team needs Scottish players. This is a Scottish player. It's not going to have 100% Scottish players. That's bonkers. We're trying to win the Champions League in this save. We're not going to win the Champions League with Scottish players, are we? Right, that's another good side. See, we're picking up some good players. We're in the Euros this year, so we can't be that rubbish. It wasn't this the year that they just decided to let anyone in. Right, have we got... Right, that's it. So the signings we've made initially there, we got 4 in, which is better than nothing. 4 players through the door. If we were aiming for that as a system, there's definitely areas that need strengthening. Media prediction, we'll have a look at that in a second. I mean, there you go. There's an example. We wanted this goalkeeper. We offered him first choice goalkeeper playing for us, and he's chosen to go to St Albans instead, who are a fairly rubbish National League South team. So, bearing in mind he is Scottish as well. So, he's from Stirling. I don't know how close Stirling is to East Fife, but he was previously playing for Bowness. And rather than coming to play for us at East Fife, he's decided to go all the way down to St Albans. Right, this guy looks like he'd be quite good. Can we sign him on loan? He's 6'4". Can we have this guy on loan? No wage contribution. This is our goalkeeper. Boom. Cal, thank you very much for the 19 months. I wonder shall I sign this guy, or is there any rules of the save that would prevent me from signing him? I'm not sure what to do. No, old Allens! Get out of here, old Allen! I mean, this guy. This guy's only got 3 years left in him as per the rules. I don't care that it's your surname. No, old Allens. Has he got a club? No, he's a free agent. Why can't I take him on trial then? Do we just take a gamble on this guy because he's brilliant? For some reason, we can't take him on trial. He's under contract. He's not. He's showing as a free agent. I wonder, have we already had the trialists game squads come out? Maybe he's in the squad for the trialist game. Right, goalkeeper coming in. Here we go. That is a loan signing, boys and girls. A 6'4" goalkeeper who's far better than any goalkeeper we had already, that is costing us £0. That'll do nicely. Poor old Beveridge may as well pack up and move. He used to play for Posh. Now then. On the basis of him previously playing for Posh, I might make an exception to my no old men rule. And he can earn what he wants. Serge Mack, thank you for 17 months. I'm always going to try and bring it. I cannot. No, 6.55. I'm not praising you for that, Robbie. Get out of here. Oh, look at him. Pull your eyes open with your fingers, prevent yourself from blinking, and have a look at this gentleman who's just signed for us on a 3-year contract. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Does it say what his level could end up being? He's already a good League One player. Okay, he is close to his full potential. But you know what? We're not even a good League Two team, never mind a good League One team. If we get a squad that are as good as him, he's our benchmark now. If we can get the rest of the squad as good as him, then we're doing back-to-back promotions and none of you can stop me. I don't think we're getting many of these. We've got Paul Coots, though. Our one old man. You know I like an old man central midfielder when I'm at this level. And that is my old man central midfielder who's just going to sit there and run the game. He just needs someone who can run alongside him. Ideally, Mackenzie Lamb. Go full on posh defensive midfield. Right, we've got another big lone goalkeeper. Yeah, I should have checked Paul Coots to see if his middle name was Alan. If it is, we've got a problem. Oh, my word. So close. Patrick Jarrett. Who the hell is he? Okay, we'll sign him. I don't remember him. He's not one of the ones I'm excited about. Watch him go on and become our best player. James Graham. I remember him, the young winger, who can also play up front. Potential championship standard. The young goalkeeper. The left back. A few of them are coming in. Right, Calvin McGrory is coming in as another central midfield body. To sit there. Lovely. Another one who needs to train to play there. It looks like the Scottish Cup starts in the middle of July. This is as mad as their schools going back too early. Do they hate summer in Scotland? What is this about? Why is the season starting now? Why are we playing the whole of the cup before the season starts? And obviously we're going to go a little bit more attacking. And I think that looks like a football team, boys and girls. A pretty good football team. Come on then, let's play a football match. Who are we playing? Stirling, who are in the league above us. Yikes. Swoosh, thank you very much for the prime. They're playing Kingdon at right back, are they? The monsters. And that, boys and girls, is why sometimes you don't mind bringing in a 35-year-old when he's far too good to be playing at this level. I'll make him assistant manager when he retires. I am going to miss him on FM25, assuming they get fixed, which probably is quite the assumption to be making at this stage of the process. Dusty Baker, thank you very much for the 7 months. Vittles has just made no attempt to save that. They might even fix him in the winter update. They won't. They can't replicate it. Last I heard, they were just like hoping it wouldn't keep happening. There is... Hold on. Hope he's paid. That one guy there in his East Fife shirt, just watching from the window of his flat. I'm not having this. I mean, to be fair, he can just come out of his back door and walk onto the pitch. And there's an ambulance parked in his garden that has no way to get out. There's a wall there. Is that wall connected to that wall, or is that supposed to be a gap? It's so well rendered, I can't tell. That might be a gap there to drive along to hit into this big... I mean, that's the edge of the dome there, I think. That's the chairman looking from that window. Maybe it is. Here we go, here we go. Stone Cold Nathan Austin with his first goal of the season. Beautiful stuff. Money. Oh, yeah, I bet we're making a fortune in front of these 300 people. What if they don't take it seriously and slip up, 4 times? Oh! Here we go, long throw ahoy. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh dear, look at him go. Oh dear, never mind. Very attacking it is then. We've got a 6'4" goalkeeper getting forward for a corner. So this whole tournament is just going to ensure that morale is really low before the season starts, which is really appreciated. And now we play Aberdeen in just a couple of days. Gary Neville once injured himself reaching for the TV remote control. Yeah, exactly. I've had a slip disc 3 times in my life. The first time was a legitimate one. It was reaching difficult stretch and twist trying to get a baby seat out of a car with a child in it. I was asking for trouble. That was before I learned to lift properly to try and protect my back. But the second time, I was just bending down to pick up a block of cheese in Tesco. Posture check. There we go. Months of physiotherapy off the back of that. Was the cheese at least good? I didn't even get the cheese. It was when Amy was a baby. So I was in Tesco, just me and Amy. She was in the sat in the seat in the trolley. I bent down to pick up the cheese, couldn't get back up again. Amy started crying, needed her nappy changing. And I ended up having to call my my ex-wife, who was my current wife at the time. And she had to come and pick us both up. And then my dad had to go back and get my car. And it was a total mess. And then the third team, I was a real boy. The third time I really injured my back was the first and last time I tried deadlifting in the gym. This was probably about 5 years ago. We ain't trying that again in a hurry. I limped out of that gym like I'd pooed my pants. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Oh, what has just happened there? Come along now. And then, of course, I threw my back out at insomnia last year or the year before. I think it was the time I streamed on the headset and played Fall Guys. Whenever that was. Was that early last year or late the year before? And I threw my back out, putting my backpack down next to the desk at the start of my stream. And then when I got up at the end of my stream, I couldn't stand up straight. And then I went to TGI Fridays and sat down to have a meal on my own to try and recover. And then I was going to go back to my hotel and cry. And I got a tap on the shoulder and it was Sai Maggio beckoning me over to come and sit with all the other Football Manager boys who I didn't even know were there. That hurt. But that wasn't as bad as the time the cheese did it. Oh, of course, it was before the Turin trip. Exactly, yeah. Because I had to take the TENS machine on the plane when I went to Turin. How am I today? I am excellent. This seems worse than the last match. I mean, we are playing against Aberdeen. I did my back in climbing into the back of a van and physically couldn't get out. Had to get someone to lift me out. Nice. My back's been awful since I caught COVID again. Always had issues with it due to seizures, but it hurts right now. Backs are rubbish. How's the rebuild going? Not as badly as this scoreline would suggest. We're playing against Aberdeen in some absurd cup that we have to play in pre-season. I'm not going to enjoy this every year. Right, Harrison Howe is joining us. Welcome, Harrison Howe. Charlie Telfer's coming in as well. There you go. We're putting a team together. We have a team forming. Right, Vittles is back in then. And Howe and Telfer both making their debuts. Lovely. Saw you loaded all the British leagues. Do you usually customise it any further? No. I think it is a team from each division, yeah. Stone Cold Nathan Austin! Second goal of the season. Beautiful stuff. Is the guy up there again? He is. Same guy, just up there watching again. He's not moved. Oh, look at his little dance that he's doing, scoring against a team from League Two. Pathetic. Now, mods, need I remind you once again, there has never been a rule against swearing in the chat. Just because I choose not to swear in the streams. There's no swearing rule. At any point, I could just start dropping F-bombs. No, my attacking midfielder's not called Jeff. I did check. Oh, we are getting battered again. Right, well, hopefully we can beat Brora Rangers and at least start to get some kind of morale back, because our club atmosphere has gone from very good to very poor off the back of those 3 games. If we don't win here, we are going to have a problem at the start of this season because we have no team cohesion. It's an entirely new squad of players. They do have 2 McRae's up front. Excellent. Here we go. We're second favourites to win the league. But we are playing against the team who are favourites, Cove Rangers. It doesn't rain, it pours, boys and girls. All this rotten form, the team are miserable. Now we have to play the best team in the league. For goodness sake. I mean, it can't be more than 10% of my net worth to write off on a silly bit of fun like that. So if the price I have to pay for making £300 million on YouTube is I have to give 30 million of it to Posh, then yes, I'll make that deal. University, the deal is there. Make me 300 million. Right, can we do a goal, please? Good. Stone Cold Nathan Austin. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Something that Mr. Beast earns $50 million a year from YouTube. Yeah, but if that's just 50 million in ad revenue a year, he says, how much is he spending to make that 50 million? He's not making £50 million profit a year, is he? Unless they just change the name, I guess. But as a brand, LOLLUJO is worthless to anyone but me because it's me. If we win this match, we're going to win the league, but that's a big if. A really big if. Am I going to get WWE 2K24? Maybe. Probably. Little Tony! Come on! Beautiful! So we've got the cruise in a couple of weeks. We've got Rome. We've got Lanzarote. We've got Centre Parks all happening before the middle of the year. So there's plenty of opportunity. That is a player unmarked in the middle. That is not ideal. Well, we look like we're almost good enough. Leaving on attacking with 2 minutes to go. Yeah, we weren't winning. Why would I not have it on attacking with 2 minutes to go? We were trying to win the football match. Are you some kind of coward? Would you have taken it off attacking and settled for the draw? Tatesy likes to win, looks at the schedule, mostly red. Yeah, because these are all matches against teams in the higher leagues. The one team at our level or below, we did beat. Even Cove Rangers are huge favourites to win this league. The only team we've played who aren't much better than us, we beat. We'll beat Spartans. It's going to be fine. It's all about the quells. They totally kill the seasickness. I had quells in my system when I was seasick last year in Tenerife. They did no. Well, I say they did nothing. I wasn't sick, but I felt awful for the 4 hours we were on that boat for. Head in a bag the whole time. I didn't actually throw up at any point, but I felt horrific. So they didn't get the job done. They're fully aware of the CPAP machines and all that kind of stuff. We're allowed to take an extension lead on because we have CPAP machines. We're actually being put in an accessible room because we both have CPAP machines, I guess, so that we can get, I think that's so that we get plug sockets next to the bed for the CPAP machine, which isn't standard on a cruise apparently. But we're allowed to take extension leads because of it. It's all sorted. Problem is, it's good now, but at the meantime, Netflix is not cheap. What do you mean Netflix is not cheaper? Netflix is much cheaper. Netflix costs per month the price of, I don't know, half a Blu-ray. Sony doesn't have a similar thing. Sony doesn't have a thing where they release all of their exclusives for free day of release. Yeah, to suggest that Netflix isn't cheaper than buying Blu-rays is madness. What was that? You basically paid a monthly subscription and got sent a number of CDs a month, like one or I think you could choose how many CDs you got. I think I had the 2 CD package. So you'd do a big list of all the albums that you wanted, pay them however much it was per month, and they'd send you a couple of CDs off your list each month. Oh, I remember the day the 5 at the start arrived. What an exciting day that was. 5 CDs turning up at the same time. I was like 17 years old. 5 CDs turning up together. It was better than Christmas Day. I never did the whole pirating thing, even back then. I don't like stealing. I'm a law-abiding citizen. Everybody steals, Kev. I don't. What do I steal? Talk me through what I steal. Stone cold, Nathan Austin. Ah, see, that's annoying. There are still honest people in the world. Yeah, the vast majority of people don't pirate. Yeah, we need to have a little bit of a think about why we lost that game tomorrow. We need to ponder what's just happened. So Elgin City, were they the other relegated? Oh God, they're predicted to finish bottom, and they've just thrashed us at home. We have some pondering to do. Maybe the 4-2-3-1 isn't the answer, but we can worry about that tomorrow night. For now, let's find somebody to raid.